Tomatoes occupy an interesting position in the vitamin A conversation because they provide their carotenoid content primarily as lycopene rather than beta-carotene, a distinction that affects both the visual appearance of the food and the specific biological pathways through which it supports health. Lycopene does not convert to retinol and therefore does not directly contribute to vitamin A function in the strictest sense, but it accumulates in the macula of the eye alongside lutein and zeaxanthin, providing antioxidant protection to precisely the retinal tissue most vulnerable to oxidative damage from light exposure and aging. Tomatoes also contain meaningful amounts of beta-carotene alongside lycopene, and the comparison between tomato paste and fresh tomatoes reveals one of the more striking examples in all of nutrition of how food processing can dramatically increase rather than decrease nutritional value. Tomato paste concentrates vitamin A precursors and lycopene by approximately 10 times compared to fresh tomatoes by weight, simply by removing water content through prolonged cooking and reduction. A tablespoon of tomato paste delivers the carotenoid equivalent of roughly 10 tablespoons of fresh tomato, a concentration factor that makes it one of the most efficient small-volume additions for carotenoid loading in any cooked dish. The cooking process that produces paste also increases lycopene bioavailability by approximately 35% compared to raw tomatoes, because heat disrupts the cis-isomer configuration that binds lycopene within cell walls and releases it in more bioavailable transisomeric forms. Fresh tomatoes counter with vitamin C that the paste processing significantly reduces. Heat degradation of ascorbic acid is rapid, and tomato paste retains very little of the vitamin C present in fresh fruit. For dishes where tomato is consumed raw, salads, sliced on toast, in fresh salsa, the vitamin C advantage of fresh tomatoes is real and relevant. The practical cooking synthesis that maximizes both is a technique where tomato paste is bloomed in hot oil at the beginning of a recipe, allowing the carotenoids to dissolve into the fat for absorption enhancement, before fresh tomatoes are added to the pan later in the cooking process to preserve some of their vitamin C through shorter heat exposure. The paste-first cooking philosophy extends to meal planning in useful ways. A tablespoon of tomato paste stirred into scrambled eggs, added to grain dishes, or mixed into salad dressings provides a concentrated carotenoid hit without altering the dish's primary flavor profile significantly. Homemade tomato paste from end-of-season ripe tomatoes, roasted at low temperature for several hours, then blended, strained, and reduced, captures peak carotenoid content at its highest seasonal concentration and can be frozen in tablespoon portions for year-round use. Commercial tomato paste in tubes rather than cans is the more practical storage format for anyone who uses small amounts regularly, eliminating the waste problem of opened cans with unused paste.